Thanks for coming in today, everybody. So apparently, about 10 minutes ago, the ZME ARTCC made the decision to cancel the event that they were going to do because of the bad weather that they were experiencing, because I guess it was incumbent on good weather. But with that said, we're going to go enjoy some of the bad weather anyway in the Cessna 414, because why not? Rob Valkyrie, good to see you. Thanks for coming in today. Back to Flight Sim after a couple of streams of RuneScape. Although I am thinking about some more RuneScape streams here pretty soon. Building up towards a big one on that game, but we'll do some flying tonight. Why not? Why not? We're in the Cessna 414. We're gonna go from Chattanooga to John C. Toon Airport, which is Juliet Whiskey November. Pretty simple flight plan, nothing crazy, except for the fact that there's going to be a bit of weather that we're going to have to contend with along the way. If we take a look at the old map here, we got potential thunderstorm dodging to do. So I've got this plan filed. We'll see what they actually give me. We might have to pick our way through this stuff. We'll probably want it to come all the way around here. We'll probably be able to kind of zig and zag through that. And then same with this, we'll be able to kind of wrap around eventually either to one side or the other, depending on what they want us to do to kind of get around that weather to get into John C. Toon. So, be ways around the weather, but that's what we're going to be contending with tonight. Yeah, Sarah's back there working on her Legos, so she's having her fun doing her Legos while I'm having my fun doing this airplane stuff. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get a hold of Atlanta Center. And I got a 50-50 chance of being the right one, so I'm sure I'll get it wrong. But we're going to try 132.975. We're going to try Atlanta Center and see if we can't get clearance to John C. Toon. Atlanta Center, good evening. This is November 5200 Delta. We're on the ground at Chattanooga. Clearance to Kilo Juliet Whiskey November.
Aircraft on the ground, Chattanooga. Contact Atlanta Center on 125.57 in a bit.
I always lose the 50-50. See it? Always lose the 50-50 chat. Had two choices. I guess the wrong one. Amazing how that works, chat. Atlanta Center, good evening. This is Chancellor 5200 Delta on the ground at Chattanooga. Clearance to Kilo Juliet Whiskey November.
Aircraft calling standby, UPS 703 to center maintain flight level 270. 270 to UPS.
Edux 007, thanks for coming in today. Welcome, welcome. Getting ready to do some flying here in just a second, waiting on our clearance.
Alright, aircraft that called me for an IFR clearance. What airport were you at?
Chattanooga. This is 5200 Delta. Failed on your landing, zero visibility. Oh boy. Heavy fog. Well, we're gonna be doing some dodging of weather on our right here.
5200 Delta, clear to John C. Toon Airport. Trying to get 8 departure that I filed. Maintain 10,000. Departure this frequency. Squawk 6036.
Alright, it's gonna be the Chattanooga 8 departure, then is filed 10,000. Departure with you 6036 for 5200 Delta.
5200 Delta, read back correct. Coming holding short of the runway.
Alright, we'll call you holding short, 5200 Delta. Alright, he says taxi at your leisure. Call him when we're holding short. So let's go ahead and just get these things started. We're going to do it the easy peasy way. The cheatsy doodle way. I never did adjust the fuel tanks, so you don't really need a whole heck of a lot of fuel for this one, I don't think at least. Alright, very good, very good. So Chattanooga 8S filed. I need to look at that departure real quick, chat. The Chattanooga 8. I'm going to pull it up in just a second for all to see. Boom. It's pretty much just a runway heading off of either runway 2 or 20. We'll climb up to 10,000. So he gave us accept all the way up to 10,000. So that makes things pretty simple. So, alright. Let's go ahead and get back out of here. So we don't even really need to put that in there, so we'll just go Sierra Yankee India, which is Shelbyville, and then direct to our destination of Kilo Juliet Whiskey November, Jean Citun, easy peasy lemon squeezy, except for all the weather that we're gonna have to dip and dodge around. See some of it already here on the, what the heck? Oh, well, I realize now what I've done. Okay. This was supposed to. I was supposed to add a destination first. There we go. So KJ. I always do this wrong somehow. Now we can add the Sierra Yankee India, and now it should look good. Okay, yeah, that looks more better. All right, sweet, sweet, sweet. We're going straight up to 10,000. Have you landed in a fog? Yeah, I'm sure I've landed in fog in the stream before. I've probably landed in fog in real life too. I've landed in some pretty low visibility. I've landed right at minimums on some approaches in real life, going back to like my 145 days. So yeah, definitely. But I'm sure I've done it in the sim. It's always entertaining, no doubt about that. Alright, we look like we are all good here. It's pretty simple setup. Nothing crazy going on here. So we can pull the parking brake. He says just call it short of the runway, chat. So we're going to taxi on our own leisure here. ATC man does not care. We are going to taxi runway 20. And we're on the west ramp, so we are going to make a left turn out of here to taxi to runway 20. He says call short of the runway, so we'll do just that. We're not going to bother him asking for taxi. We'll listen to the man's instructions. It's basically his way of probably saying, I don't really have any traffic at that airport, I'm busy with other things, just call me when you're ready to go. So we taxi on out. We'll go first notch of flaps for takeoff. We'll make sure we are clear to the left, clear to the right. And again, since we're kind of on our own until we're at the runway, we're just going to assume we are cleared to cross. There's no traffic on the map on VATSIM. So we will continue along unabated.
Delta 1660, you're welcome.
In center, 520 Sierra Delta's holding short of runway 20 Chattanooga. We are ready for departure.
520 Sierra Delta, fly runway heading, runway 20, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading 20, clear for takeoff, 520 Sierra Delta. Sniper God 1153, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in today. Hey, we are about to take off, so let's go ahead and remind everyone that it's time.
C414, cross Ponzi, out of maintain, fly level 270.
Let's take a nice quick journey up to the Music City. I am flying the Cessna 414 Chancellor on Microsoft Flight Sim. Let's go ahead and give it full power. And we're up. Positive rate. Gear up. We just took off out of Chattanooga. We're heading to John C. Tune, which is Kilo Juliet Whiskey November. That is just outside of Nashville. Get the flaps up. We will maintain a runway heading. So let's see. Autopilot. Vertical speed. Runway heading. Power back into the green. We'll bring the RPM for 2,500 for the climb. And we're set.
5200 Delta vertical contact.
And 5200 Delta is 1,700 for 10,000.
5200 Delta, clear direct Sierra, Yankee, India, VOR.
Direct Shelbyville, 5200 Delta.
Delta 1660.
Alright, we're cleared direct, so we'll go direct and we'll hit nav. And we'll start our right turn to Shelbyville. We'll give it a better direct here in a second once it starts to get a little bit closer in the turn. How about right meow? Stabilize yourself at any time, airplane. On the way. Ooh, sim is a little stuttery. Not too bad though, not too bad. There's the downtown Chattanooga.
4678 Tango.
Nice little downtown. Nice little downtown Chattanooga. It's a good overnight.
4678 Tango, Atlanta Center, welcome to direct
Quick here, Skyline 4678
Well, the fun part's going to be when we start to approach this weather that's out ahead of us, and we'll have to see what we need to do in terms of a little bit of deviating left and right and all that fun stuff. See if we can see this right here, Chad. I'm going to zoom in on something real quick. There's like just a little hole right here, it looks like, in the weather. Might be able to cut through this if we can get some left deviations once we get closer. See if we can kind of shoot that gap around Shelbyville. So we'll take a look, see if it still looks like that once we get a little bit closer here. Hello, little bug. Missed every single one of those trying to kill a little bug flying around. Great, fantastic.
813 contact on approach 133.47.
And 133.47 for Delta 813.
That little bug is going to be the death of me.
Contact Atlanta Center 132.97.
Is that for P17?
A firm contact Atlanta Center 132.97.
3297.
Forget every time just how much louder this airplane is compared to all the rest. So we're gonna lower the volume a touch here. There we go. That's more better. More better. And center 520 Sierra Delta.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we're just looking at a little bit of weather up ahead. In about 25-30 miles, we might need some left deviations.
Number 520 Sierra Delta, deviations left of course is approved. Enable 60 direct to Yankee in the IFR.
Alright, deviations left and direct to Shelbyville when able. 520 Sierra Delta. Alright, that gives us our deviations when we need them.
Shipper.
We'll take a look here in just a second.
Is up to 1660 cross shipper at a maintain 3000. Have the altimeter pretty sure here.
We could go all the way around this weather. I want to see if I can kind of punch this gap here.
Altimeter 282, Delta 1660.
'Cause that might save us a little bit of time instead of wrapping all the way around. Although wrapping around would probably be the safest way. I think we'll be alright. I think if we just kind of, you see what I'm looking at, Chad? Kind of just find this little gap right here. He gave us the left deviations, and we can kind of go, just kind of cut through in there. And obviously, NextRad's not the, it's not like I'm looking at a constantly sweeping radar. I'm looking at NextRad, which is updated every 5 minutes. So it's not the most accurate. So we could get an update and be like, holy crap, we're in a world of hurt. We can kind of eyeball it too with the weather we got up here. But we have the approval for left deviations if we need it, so we'll take it if and when we need it. $9,000 for 10,000. Go to 1,000 feet a minute for the rest of the climb.
Victor 505, where are you coming from? I'm coming from Dallas. We're coming in the northeast quadrant. Contact the left center 132.97.
Might get a little bumpy as we get closer to this little bit of stormy weather. Big patch of red up there, chat. Good thing we're not up there. This looks like we're just going to be a little bit of dodging here, and then as we get closer, it shouldn't be too bad. All right, we're leveling off at 10,000. Get a closer look at this weather here. Yeah, we're going to be right at the tops here. I can kind of see already where I'm going to go, chat. You see right around this edge, we're going to kind of loop, and then my mouse, and we're going to go whoop, right into that little gap that's going to be right there to the left. So I'm going to kind of predict that that's what we're going to be looking at to start here. We'll wait and see when we get closer what we're truly looking at. But yeah, I can almost visually see what I want to do. As long as we're out of the clouds, we're going to be good to go. Alright, leveling off. We're going to keep the speed as high as we can. We are just going to reduce the prop down to 2,300 RPM. We got plenty of gas on board, so we're not worried about burning fuel, so we'll let it run nice and high. And like I said, we're just going to visually go ahead and take these left deviations here in a second. So I'm going to start working my way a little bit to the left here.
Traffic.
Let's go ahead and start the deviations. DigiDriver, thank you for the raid with 17 people. Thank you for coming in today, everybody from DigiDriver. Welcome on in. 13365 520 Delta. Alright, so we are currently deviating around some weather on our way from Chattanooga to John C. Toon Airport, which is just outside of Nashville now. ZME has unfortunately canceled their actual event for tonight, but they still got a little staffing, so we're flying in anyway. We're dodging a little bit of weather. Kurt DZ, thank you
runway 34 left.
for coming in today. Thank you for the follow as well. Appreciate everyone coming over from the DigiDriver channel.
This is US Air 120 159.
US Air 120, Memphis Center, climb and maintain flight level 230.
230, US Air 120.
Memphis Center, good evening. Chancellor 520 Sierra Delta 10,000. We're left deviations for weather, Shelbyville when able.
November 520 Sierra Delta, Memphis Center, roger.
Arch NDA, thanks for coming in today, buddy. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. We are deviating around a little bit of weather on our way towards the Music City. Even though they canceled the event tonight, we're still going to give them a little bit of traffic. because I had already done all the planning when they said it was canceled. So here we are, and we got some nice weather to deviate around. A little lesson in deviating around some weather. We're kind of able to do it visually, thank God, because the sun's still up. So you see, we're kind of just want to stay we're gonna stay to the left of these guys right up here. So I might even need to come a little bit further to the left here. We're gonna do a few more degrees to the left, kind of just go around this weather here. There's a bunch of thunderstorms that moved through the Nashville area, Arch, and I don't know if they were doing some kind of live event or if they were making it so that it needed to be like a VFR only event, but they're saying it's because of inclement weather. The actual message on the VAT USA forum says, due to unforeseen circumstances, tonight's event, Monday night in Music City, at BNA has been canceled. We apologize if this changes your flying plans for the night. So it just says unforeseen circumstances. I don't know if that means it's because of the weather. I don't know if that means it's because they didn't have enough staffing.
Nashville altimeter is 2979er.
2979er, 5200 Delta. Are we good as far as left as we need for the deviations?
November 0 Sierra Delta, affirmative, deviations approved as necessary, and one able direct Shelbyville and advise.
We'll advise 5200 Delta, thanks. Fantastic.
November 0 Sierra Bravo.
We own the airspace,
Nashville
Jet.
approach 119.35.
We own it.
1935.
So we can get around all this weather. And I still think we're going to be
USA 120.
good right here.
Level 340.
We should be above this. We might... Yeah, I still think we're going to be good on this heading for the deviations. I don't think we're going to be in any of this. We might get a bump here and there, but I think as long as we stay out of this big guy and this big guy, then we're going to be all right. So I think we're on a good heading here for the deviation. 96 Echo is active till I think is 0, but yeah, that is line hit last night here. Yeah, no, definitely a nice stormy weather down south there tonight. This is what it looks like on Sky Vector. So the sim's doing a pretty good job actually depicting it, because we took off and we're probably deviating to like right about here roughly now. I would say more actually like right around here. It's kind of where the heading we're going. Maybe even a little bit more this way. So yeah, between
Sierra Delta, when
Sky
able,
Vector.
direct John Tune Airport.
Alright, we'll just direct to destination when able. 520 Sierra Delta, thanks. See, now we don't have to worry about Shelbyville anymore, chat. We can just go direct to the field, which is not going to help us right now, but when we're done with our deviations, it'll help us. But you can see, compared to Sky Vector, and then we pull out and we look at the, the little next red that we got in the sim, it's pretty close. And this is just Microsoft Live weather, so, yeah, not bad. But yeah, this looks good right where we're at right here. We're going to be missing this guy. We're going to be missing this little bit heavier buildup right here. It's nice and clear right here. Still might get some bumps. But once we kind of clear around this, we'll be able to head direct to our destination. So we're looking good.
Southwest 1267, contact Memphis Center. 135.
It would be much easier, obviously, if we had a sweeping radar like you would on like a commercial airliner, but using just an X-Rad, you only get an update every 5 minutes or so. I think it's 5 minutes. And the information you get is also a little tiny bit old too, so actually we might have to come a little bit more left here. I feel like we might not clear this, so let's go a little bit more left and get to this gap right here, just to play it safe.
Affirmative, advisable back.
Thank you.
Since they gave us the left deviations as much as we need, we'll take it. So we'll come a little bit this way, and we'll kind of get around this guy that's starting to poke up a little bit more here, just because we're not exactly in a big airplane. We don't feel like getting rocked around tonight. So we'll take as many deviations as we need to kind of stay above everything and away from everything. And I'm wondering if we might still even be in it a little bit, but as long as if we're in it and we stay in the green and not into like the yellow or God forbid any red starts to show up, then we're going to be fine. So even if we go in it a little bit, we might get a little bit of a bumpy ride, but we're not going to get ripped apart. And then we'll just kind of find a hole. Once we can kind of pick a hole, then we'll kind of start making our way back to the north to get towards John C. Tune. I don't know if it's Tune or Tune, to be honest, chat, but we're gonna just say it's John C. Tune. Again, I think we are gonna end up in it here a little bit, but again, as long as we're kind of in the green, we're all right. So even just kind of looking at the map, we could probably stay due west, and we might just get a little bit wet and a little bit bumpy Yeah, it's Toon. That's what I figured, Andrew. Thank you. So yeah, John C. Toon. So we're good right here on this heading. Like I said, we're gonna get it in a little bit, probably get a little wet, but we can take this. As long as we're not really getting deep into the yellow or God forbid any red, we're gonna be all right. So let's go ahead and get set to get wet. See how bumpy we're gonna be here. I don't think we're gonna be too bad. We should probably look at the temp to where I might be pulling a dumb here. Where am I gonna find my temp? Pulling a very here we go. Here's my temp. Let's see. Yeah, we have the possibility of getting a little bit of ice in this. We're below 10 degrees. We're above freezing, but we're below 10 degrees C, so there is a chance of some icing. Probably not a high chance, but there's a chance nonetheless, as we are gonna get a little bit wet.
South transition, Nashville altimeter 29er 79er.
Send me the split to landing south for airport transfer.
Welcome back, Rob. Just in time for me to get a little wet here. We're doing a little bit of deviating and staying out of the heavier stuff, but we got a little bit of rain that we're popping through right now. Let's see how much further. We're gonna have to go a decent amount further west here before we're able to turn up to the north.
Memphis Center, Southwest 285, with you, flight level 230, Paisley 4.
Southwest 285, Memphis Center, descend via Paisley.
Yeah, I don't see us
arrival,
really picking up any ice or anything, so I think we're going to be good in that regard.
Altimeter 29er 79er.
Descend via the Paisley arrival, copy landing south, copy altimeter, Southwest 285.
Center 520 Sierra Delta. We're probably looking at another maybe 15-20 miles on this heading before we can make the northbound turn.
November 0 Sierra Delta, roger.
See, we're already kind of poking through some of it here. Yeah, see, look, a little bit heavier stuff right here. Definitely want to avoid that guy that's sticking up right there. So I think we're still fine where we're at, chat, in terms of just kind of holding this edge. I mean, we could probably sneak through here, but I might be a little bit late on the turn. See, let's probably should have taken this, to be honest, but a little late on that, so let's just kind of stay. We're still in the green here, we're not really in the yellow, so we should be all right. Let's stay the course here that we got right now and see what goes on. Of course, it's right when I say we're going to be on this heading for another 15-20 miles, we get that little hole too, but that doesn't mean we can't change our mind. We could be like, oh hey, we found a hole, we're turning north, but it's a little bit late of a judgment call, but again, we're still only in a green layer if we look real close here, so we should be all right. As long as we stay out of the yellow bits, we should be all right. And I think we're not even getting. I don't even think we're getting any turbulence really. A little bit of sim stutter maybe, but no turbulence. Yeah, we're not even getting rocked or anything, so I think we're plenty good. Stay on this heading for a little bit longer until we can find another hole here. Yeah, alright, let's see. These guys might be a little bumpier. Still thinking we continue on course here. Yeah, I'm gonna ride this out a little bit longer, and then we should be able to go northbound here pretty soon. Probably like another 5-10 miles, and we'll be able to kind of shoot up to the north. Now watch as the sim is gonna like update the weather in like 2 seconds, make me eat my words, but we'll. They'll just make the stream more entertaining if that actually happens, but let's wait and see. Alright, let's see. We're gonna get bumped on this. Let's see if this guy's gonna bump us here now. And once again, it's more just sim stutters than anything. And we're not picking up any kind of icing whatsoever, so we're not really worried about that. A little bit of moisture on the wings, but nothing crazy. And see, we're already kind of coming through it here now. Let me look to my right, and yeah, I can start turning to the right. So I'm going to start just looking, and we're going to do this visually now, chat. We're going to take a little look here and kind of start heading a little bit closer to north. And yeah, I think as long as we stay out of this guy right here, this starts forming up. We just stay to the left of that guy. We're kind of out of it now, and then we can start really shooting up towards John C. Toon. Hey, thanks for coming in today, Gecko Guy. I appreciate you stopping by. So I think we're pretty good here at this point. Weather should be, if we again zoom out on this now, if you look on this side, yeah, we're pointing towards this little gap, and then we should be able to shoot up north. Might have a slight deviation as we go a little bit closer to John C. Toon, but I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. And we weren't getting bumped out at all in any of that weather that we passed through. It was just a little bit of light rain at the most, so not bad. I do think it was the right call to deviate. So there was some higher stuff that might have been a little more, might have increased the stream entertainment value a little bit, but I'm going for as much realism as I can here, so we'll stick with the realism. See, this is the stuff we wanted to avoid right here, and we're in our little gap here now, and then we'll be able to turn to the north after this guy, so. I mean, the good pilots don't just punch through it. I'm sure there are some pilots that do, and I'm sure there are some that live to tell the tale, and I'm sure there are some that have paid the ultimate price. But a good pilot ain't gonna mess around with no thunderstorm.
2365, Memphis Center. I'm maintaining flight level 230. 230,
Alright, so we can get ready to go direct to our destination. And I'm going to take it in just a second.
Southwest 285, contact national approach 119.35.
11935, Southwest 285, have a good evening.
Would have loved LAX today, I will say that. Probably would have lost some hair. What was going on in LA today that I would have lost some hair on today? Is it some nasty weather, or just busy as all heck? I haven't paid no attention whatsoever. I don't go back on call for work until tomorrow, so when I'm off work, I do not care.
Come fly with me, let's fly away.
ArchNDA just subscribed.
Hey, Michael Stein, thank you so much for gifting us up to ArchNDA. I really appreciate you doing that. Appreciate all the support to the channel. Oh, that's always entertaining. Radio check, radio check, radio check.
Delta, direct to John Toon at this time.
Yeah, I was just about to call you. 5200 Delta, we are direct to John Toon.
Over 00 Delta, roger.
I swear I was just about to call him. I literally thought about it as soon as he keyed up. I was like, oh shoot, I should probably tell him. Not joking.
Regard 4543, contact national approach 119.35.
1935, regard 4543.
Yeah, Stein, really appreciate the gift stub. I appreciate all the support to the channel. I don't stream a whole lot. I am definitely not anywhere near the level of professional streamer like an ArchNDA, or like a Melvin Leroy, or like Slant Alpha Adventures. Those guys have a much better grasp on the entertainment side of the streaming, and also have much more soothing voices than I do. I would say all three of the ones that I mentioned definitely have a much more soothing voice than I don't know. I really don't know how Sarah puts up with me as well as she does, and for many reasons. One of my voice being one of them. So yeah, but thank you.
November 00 Delta, descend and maintain 6,000.
6,000, sir, 00 Delta. Alright, we're gonna go down to 6,000. We'll go ahead and just pop the vertical speed in. We'll do it at 1,000 feet a minute. This will put us in a little bit of rain showers, but again, there's nothing really showing up on here. A little bit of yellow, but nothing that's gonna freak me out to kind of stay on course to the airport. So let's pull a little bit of power back here as we start the descent so we don't overspeed ourselves. You got a better stream voice than I do, Arch, so we're not gonna have this conversation. Melvin Leroy on Twitch. Brant has a really good he has a really good streaming voice. He's very calming, very ASMR-y, you know. I always enjoy watching him. I think on this direct to the field, we're going to miss most of the rest of the weather. It looks like it's mostly to our east. So I think we're going to be pretty much good to go here in terms of not having to deviate anymore, depending on how they vector us, because they could end up vectoring us right back into it, in which case we'd have to ask for some deviations. You can see a little bit of rain right here that we're probably going to fly through, but again, there's nothing that's really freaking me out. It's maybe just like a little bit of yellow. There's no red.
00 Delta, contact Nashville approach, 119.35.
11935 for 00 Delta, see you. Alright, 11935 for Nashville approach. I should probably look at the ATIS here. ATIS Alpha, 8 miles. It's already clearing up. ILS 20, which is what we're planning on. Alright, so let's go ahead and check in. Nashville approach, good evening. This is Chancellor 5200 Delta is out of 8,000 for 6,000. Direct to John C. Toon with information Alpha.
5200 Delta, Nashville approach. Thank you for Alpha. You can expect the ILS runway 20.
Expect ILS 20, 00 Delta. Alright, let's go ahead and put a procedure in here.
We're about to sign off there. Sorry for the execution.
ILS to 20, we'll do probably just the by-call, I bet. Yep, by-call is the initial, so we'll go off of that. We will load the approach, because we're still currently direct to the field. And we're still currently direct to the field airplane, so please don't actually start going to the initial approach fix. Thanks. Strange. This is this freeware 750 that's causing me this. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait for it to go back direct to the field. I'm going to load up a heading here. 7 for 6,000. We're just going to go on a heading direct to... See, now we're getting that little bit of rain. Here we go.
So 285, turn right heading 27. Turn right heading 270.
Nothing crazy. We're not getting bounced around any, so...
Right to 270, Southwest 285.
Just a free bug wash, chat. Just a free bug wash. Nothing to worry about. Alright, so I'm going to just go ahead and go click on a heading here. Maybe not quite the proper way.
Natural exit right when able, and are you going to Senator or to Atlantic?
This way we can go ahead and just activate the approach.
Right down there on the 3-1. Yeah.
Since this thing is acting a little weird.
One just next to 3-1 would be Signature. Yeah, let's go to Signature.
And that'll kind of help us out here a little bit.
Bravo, Texas Signature via Hotel Lima, Tango 6.
We're leveling off.
3-1 at Tango 6.
Alright, Hotel Lima, Tango 6, cross, runway 31.
And we're going to come out of this rain here in just a second.
285 to send to maintain.
And now we're nice and clean. Got our nice little bug wash.
Send to maintain 3000, Southwest 285.
Good fixins. Thanks for coming in today. Good to see you, Brett. Descent's done. We can pick up the power again.
After SIPO to send to maintain 3000.
That should do it for the
After Zippo, down to 3,000 for clear.
Maybe not. A little bit more rain to our... we'll see. We'll see how he vectors us, but we might be in a little bit of showers here. Actually, look straight ahead, Chad. You can see the line of rain right in front of us, so we might even have to come slightly left if he doesn't vector us ahead of time. So we'll keep an eye out on that, because there is just a little bit of rain. But again, we went through that weather just now, and there was no bumps or anything, so I'm not really super concerned with the weather at this point. I have definitely seen and experienced a lot worse. I've gotten severe turbulence before, Chad. It's not fun. Wouldn't recommend it.
7285, you are 6 miles from Kramer. Turn left in 230. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 20.
Would not recommend it.
Alright, turn left heading 230. Maintain 3000 until cleared, or established on the ILS for runway 20 about Southwest 285.
Southwest 285, maintain 180 or greater until Judd.
180 or greater till Judd, Southwest 285, just flowing at 180 now.
Sim's a little bit on the stuttery side here, but we're doing all right. Let's see, do we want to deviate? I think we're just good. Maybe we'll come a little bit to the left and approach 520 Sierra Delta. Any chance for just like a slight left deviation for a little bit of weather?
00 Sierra Delta. That is approved as requested. Are you wanting to turn left 20 degrees?
No, we need no more than like 5 degrees.
00 Sierra Delta, roger, turn left 5 degrees.
Alright, we'll deviate 5 degrees left to 0 Sierra Delta, thank you. That's all we're gonna need to stay out of that little bit of weather there. Enjoy the extra stream time to get dinner. Did you, driver? God bless you too, sir. Appreciate the raid. Thank you so much
Cleveland, runway
for stopping by
left, Southwest
and for the
285.
support to the stream. Yeah, this should be plenty good. I'm gonna get this set for our ILS, which is, let's see, final approach course of 198. So we're gonna set a 198 here on our needle. Right about there. Just kind of brushing maybe that little bit of rain to our right. Maybe not, but that's a nice little visual right there, though. See it from inside. Yeah, we're doing just fine. Just skirting. So the worst thing we're getting out of this is sim stutters, but no turbulence or anything, so the passengers are doing fine. My computer probably working a little hard, but the passengers are doing fine.
Brickyard 45.
At this
43,
point,
just making sure your slowing speed 210.
should just be able to turn back direct a little bit.
Right now, we've got a 20 knot tailwind.
So let's go ahead and
43, roger, turn left heading 290.
turn a little bit back towards the field here.
Let's turn 290, prepare for the
Nashville.
Yeah, definitely don't want to fly right through when you can avoid it. I don't think that weather that we were just avoiding now would have caused this much issue, but better safe than sorry.
Sir, for the arrival.
Moving over Foxtrot 013. Memphis approach, Memphis altimeter 2979er. Latest information Yankee is current. Expect the ILS runway 20 left.
Nashville approach altimeter 2979er and expect the runway 20 left. Upon arrival, Foxtrot 01.
Brickyard 45, 43, turn left heading 230. Descend and maintain 2000.
Let's turn 230 down to 2000, Brickyard 45.
Approach 520 Sierra Delta's back direct, John C2.
Roger. Southwest 285, taxi to terminal via Hotel Juliet Tango 6.
Alright, Terminal Hotel Juliet Tango 6 for Southwest 285.
Brickyard 45, 43, you are 5 miles from Judd, maintain 2000 until
So
south
you
on the
can,
local
if we look at
exit,
Volanta,
runway
you
20
can see our
left.
deviations so far, chat. We started out going towards Sierra Yankee India VOR. We had to do a little bit of left deviating, came a little bit further left, we wrapped around, now we're in straight up, and you can just see this slight little, and you can't see because the national approaching cone is just a slight jog to the left here that we took before going back to the field. If you guys can kind of get a visual of that on Volanta, it's kind of nice to see that little bit of weather that we deviated around, and then we come over to Sky Vector.
November Foxtrot 013, after mud and
kind of what we did, right?
3000.
Came up around here, this little thing, and then we kind of just deviated around the edge of this little guy, and now we should be good to go the rest of the way in to John C. Toon. So live weather, nicely done. Microsoft Flight Sim.
43, wind 310 at 5, runway 20 left, clear to land.
20 left, clear to land, Brickyard 45.
Not bad at all. It's getting very hot in this apartment again. Turn the AC up a little bit.
400 Delta, descend to maintain 4000.
4000 00 Delta. Alright, we're going down to 4,000. So 4,000 set. We'll go vertical speed 1,000 down.
National approach American 1018 is with you.
Pull some power out so we don't overspeed it.
16.5, and we have Yankee.
American 1018, natural approach. Thank you for Yankee. You can expect the ILS runway 20 left.
Expect ILS 20 left, American 1018.
And our map now is pretty much showing no more weather between here and the field, so we should be alright the rest of the way. Still a little bit of visibility and cloud issue, obviously, but in terms of rain or any kind of chance of getting really truly knocked around, I think we're going to be good to go here. Again, 8 miles in haze was the last report. Might be slightly difficult to see the airport, but shouldn't be anything massively challenging. Is my nav 1 set properly? It should be 110.3. So
0 Delta, turn right heading.
There we go.
020 vectors to final.
020 for 00 Delta. 020.
Zero Sierra Delta, do you want the full procedure or do you not?
We could take vectors for the ILS to 20 for 0 Sierra Delta.
0 Sierra Delta, sorry, I was asking, do you want the procedure turn or no?
No procedure turn, just vectors straight in would be great.
0 Sierra Delta, Roger.
No need for the procedure turn tonight. We can just get on in. Passengers would like some expedience.
300 with Yankee.
Rough band 64.
Level in at 4,000 feet.
After approach, think for Yankee, expect the ILS runway 20 left.
ILS 20 left, rough band 64.
We'll keep the speed going. Alright, we got the frequency in, the course is set.
Natural exit right when able, taxi to the terminal via Hotel Juliet.
Quick brief of the approach here. We've got the ILS 20, 110.3, approach course 198 set. Final approach fixed altitude is 2,500 feet or above, then on down. We're going down to 701 on the Barrow, which is 200 feet above the ground. We should have the weather and visibility is better, greater than 3/4 to 200, so we should have no problem getting in. Looks like once we land, it's just going to be a left turn off into the ramp. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And the FBO is Contour, it looks like, over there at, looking at air nav now, so Contour, but it's all the same ramp over there, so not going to be too hard to find the parking for the FBO. Should see Nashville, oh, yep, BNA off our right, through the haze and a little bit of light showers. There's the big old airport that we are avoiding tonight, where the event was apparently canceled due to unforeseen circumstances.
Delta, just going to maintain 3,000.
3,000 00 Delta. Alright, we'll go 4 down to 3. Hello.
Papa November Foxtrot 013, turn
4
left.
for 3, let's bring the power back a little bit more. We're going to
2,000.
bring the propellers up now to 25 as we start to get closer to final approaching here.
Left to turn left 230 and this I maintain 2,000. 1
Papa November Foxtrot 013.
And yeah, you can see a little bit of visibility issues in terms of like haze and anything, but we're not really worried about the rain or the weather anymore. It's clearing up quite nicely around us. Getting good view of big Nashville there. A little bit of sim stutters, but we're trucking through here.
Nashville approach, Bella 433 is 14.9, descending Paisley 4 Yankee.
Bella 433, Nashville approach. Base separation Yankees current, Nashville altimeter 2979er. You can expect
level
the
in at
ILS
3.
runway 20 left.
20 left, we have Yankee Bella 433.
We'll start to manage our speed a little bit as we get close to get a turn of final here. So I'm only going to go 25 on the manifold now.
64. Turn right heading a 260, descend to maintain 5,000.
Start managing that speed a little bit.
Right turn heading 260 down to 5,000, rough band 64.
Again, a little slight rain shower here, getting a little bit wet coming through these things, but all the big weather has moved through, so we're not going to really be much of a factor here. Just a little bug wash. That's all. A little bit of haze to deal with, nothing too crazy though.
American 1018 after SIPO, descend to maintain 3,000.
After SIPO, descend to maintain 3,000, American 1018.
Papa November Foxtrot 013. Wind at 310 at 5, runway 20 left.
Get some water in before we get the heavy stuff coming. Time to get down to business, get that last little bit of water in us. Yeah, the weather's moved out of here quite nicely. Again, I'm really curious to know what those unforeseen circumstances was to cancel the event, but thankfully they still got a little bit of ATC going for us, so.
Victor X-ray Papa 433. What is your call sign again?
I'm sorry, it's a Velo.
A Velo, roger. I'll try to remember that.
No worries.
A Velo 433, turn right, heading a 260.
Probably get a left turn here pretty soon.
260, 5,000, a Velo 433.
We are going to come...
Delta turn left, heading 290.
290, 00 Delta. Here's our left turn.
Nashville departure, Southwest 2514, resident.
So it's giving me V-Lock 2. Why is it not giving me V-Lock 1? Let me go
Lima
check
Bravo.
my, let's see, audio panel.
Tango 4 Lima Bravo down to 20 right for Southwest 25.
Alright, I think we should be good to go. Yeah, now, okay, there we go. We fixed it now. We're good to go. Got the localizer glide slope.
Delta, descend to maintain 2,500.
2,500, 00 Delta. 2,500. Let's start slowing down a little bit more as well here. Not that slow because we don't have the gear down yet. Do 1,500 on the manifold.
6-4, turn right heading 290.
Right turn heading 290, Rockman.
We're identifying right there. Everything's good to go. Get a final turn here momentarily. If you guys want to start putting landing rate guesses in the chat for my landing tonight, we'll use Volanta to give us the rate. So positive or negative number does not matter. You do not need the exclamation point predict or anything like that. Just throw a number in the chat what you think my landing rate's going to be. And if you win, congratulations. There's no prizes, it's just pride. Feel free to pop them in here before we
Delta
touch on down.
After SIPO, descend to maintain 3,000.
SIPO, descend 3,000.
Should get this left turn here momentarily. Momentarily.
Victor X-ray Papa 433, turn right heading 290.
Right to 290.
I'm gonna put the first notch flaps in, start slowing us down here.
Delta, turn left heading, or you are 4 miles from Twitty, turn left heading 220, maintain 2,500 till established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 20 into John Tunes.
Alright, 2,500, 220 heading till established, cleared ILS 20, 0 Sierra Delta. Clear for the approach. Approach is armed. Everything looks good. We're slowing up here a little bit. We got the flaps the first notch.
6-4, descend to maintain 4,000.
Hold a buck 20 for now. Slow it down to 100 on the approach once we cross the final approach fix.
4,000, develop 433.
Rock band 6-4, turn
Guess nobody wants to get a landing rate guess in tonight.
Left turn 230.
Yeah, you're still just turning final, so you still got time if you want to put a landing rate guess in the chat if anybody's listening. Is there anybody out there that wants to guess?
Up and number Foxtrot.
Don't need the exclamation point predict.
Taxi to the terminal via no hotel.
Just need a positive or negative number in the chat.
Taxi via Hotel Tango.
Needles coming in. Autopilot should take it.
Rock band 6-4, you are 4 miles from Kramer. Correction, 4 miles from Wayland. Maintain 5,000 until established on the localizer.
Smitty got a 0 feet per minute. See, I'm not doing this for Voyager, but I am going to use Volanta to meet the reader. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to beat a 0. That just doesn't seem to be possible. Are you going to take airplane? What are we doing? Airplane?
000 Delta, John Tunes land at 300 at 8, runway 20, clear land.
20 clear land, 00 Delta. I'm not sure why I had to click that to get it to capture, but it's doing it now, so that's all that matters.
Victor X-ray Papa 433, turn left heading 230.
Up 230, develop 433.
Gear down, get a little drag as we need to start slowing up here.
Rock band 6-4, maintain 180 or greater until Judd.
180 or greater till Judd, rock band 6-4.
We're getting back onto localizer now.
433, you are 7 miles from Wayland, maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS, runway 20 left approach.
Okay, 4000 till established, cleared ILS 20 left to Bella 433.
Alright, there we go. We're lining up.
Maintain 180 and
We are clear to land. So we got all our lights on.
433.
Everything's good to go.
departure Southwest 2514.
Let's get the final notch of flaps in here in just a second.
Southwest 2514, wind 310 at 5. On departure, fly heading 140, runway 20 right, clear forward takeoff.
140 on departure, clear for takeoff. 120 right, Southwest 25.
Fully configured now.
Front band 64.
Slow it down to about 100 knots.
Runway 20 left, clear
We
to
got
land.
the runway in sight, chat, so we are landing. Take the autopilot off here in just a second. Let's go ahead and kick the autopilot off.
That's really approach on
Do it by hand.
36, runway 20 right.
Last calling those landing rate guesses.
November Foxtrot 013, are you going to the finisher, are you going to GA, or are you going to the finisher, or going to the terminal?
You guys to the terminal.
So why did you, okay. Go ahead and enter the runway 31 and turn around and taxi to the terminal via Tango 6.
So no, I'm gonna just pull out somewhere here.
This guy sounds like he's having a good time.
1018, turn left heading 290.
Alright, once again, we are clear to land, gears down.
National ground, 100 99 Mike, ready to taxi, signature.
Ah, that sounds like Steve PHL.
3499 Mike, runway 20 right, taxi via Tango 5. Kilo Bravo, cross runway 31.
Mike to runway
Always love hearing my fellow Virtue USA Flying Club members on the frequency. What is, we got a little bit of like some wires going on. Look at that, power lines that we're going to clear here. Let's clear those.
Setting by the TNC arrival, and look at we get the RNAV-Y.
Get a little squirrely right at the end. Let's see, stable it out.
Southwest
Pull the power out.
19
Let's go
radar
ahead and
contact.
flare. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Probably a little quick, but hold it, hold it, hold it.
Southwest 2514, roger, turn
And
left.
we're down.
The 080, climb
little
maintain
stutter.
15,000.
Not bad though. A little flat, but probably pretty smooth. We'll take a look at what Volanta says here in a
Delta
second.
473.
We'll make this left turn.
National approach, 8 separation Yankee is current. You can expect the RNAV Yankee off at
Sim stuttered at a really bad
2
time,
low.
but you know, that's how it goes sometimes.
Put the RNAV Yankee off to low, please, 73.
And 00 Delta, we're just taxiing a contour.
000 Delta, text the ramp at frequency.
Ramp with you, 00 Delta. Thanks for coming in today.
American 1018, turn left heading 230.
230 on the heading, American 10.
A little floaty. Volanta says minus 150. A pretty average landing.
Kilo 433,
Minus 150.
runway 20 left, clear to land. Number 2 behind a Challenger over the
Would have
number
made
now.
Kenny Monster pretty close with his
30
normal
left, clear to land,
guesses.
level
Who was
430.
closest to 150?
Southwest 25.
We had a 420, we had a 56, we had an 852. Good lord. I think you win, Gecko Guy, with the 56. Everyone else was
25,
predicting me to apparently blow it. But you gave me a fighting chance, and 150 is good enough. Let's put the flaps up.
Thank you for control.
Let's just go ahead and, I think we're actually not even in the GA ramp, but we're in like the back ramps over here, but whatever. We'll call this the General Aviation Building right here, and we'll just give ourselves some princess parking right next to the old door here, the hangar. We'll park it up, set the parking brake, shut it down.
Around for 20 left to go.
I'm
Kilo
gonna
433, roger, climb maintain.
disconnect from VATSIM so I can hear myself think. We'll do some of the peripheral stuff because why not? Tell Volanta to complete the flight. We'll do a review of the flight here in just a second. We'll go ahead and put the chocks on. We'll plug everything up. We'll open the cabin doors. We'll open the nose door. Make it look like we're going to let people out after their fairly smooth ride, even with the weather. We really did a good job of avoiding the heavy stuff and got a little bit of a bug wash, but no real bumpy ride and a decent landing. I would say overall, not bad at all, right, chat? Pretty solid flight. If we take a look at Volanta here, we took off out of Chattanooga for a nice quick flight. Runway heading, they gave us direct to Shelbyville. We had to deviate around a bunch of weather. Eventually going direct to the destination. Slight deviation to the left right here for a little bit more weather. And then vectors on in. Turn in. Final turn. Plane was a little bit delayed catching localizer, but it eventually got there. And a landing of 150. That ain't so bad. So overall, pretty solid flight on this Monday evening of Juneteenth. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So it's a shame that Nashville had to cancel their event for whatever reason, but we did end up getting the ATC from the guys that were on, so thank you to the Atlanta Center controllers and the Nashville Approach controller for giving us the guidance into John C. Tune tonight. Really do appreciate that. Very grateful to them, even with the event canceled, to still be on. So that's going to pretty much do it for me, chat. I'm going to go take a look and see who is streaming so we can get a raid going. Let's see. Let me open up Twitch. What do we got here? Dun, 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 dun. I was going to see if there's anybody else flying into Nashville, but there really is not. So let's go ahead and... I always enjoy giving a raid to our good buddy 8033 Fox. His name is Michael Minook. He is a member... an admin of the Virtual USA Flying Club. By the way, if you before I go, I'm gonna plug the Virtual USA Flying Club here before I leave. So don't leave just yet, chat. Don't leave just yet. Kenny Monster, you missed the show, unfortunately. I'm so sorry, man. So sorry. If you're not already a member of the Virtual USA Flying Club, take a look at that Discord link. If you're a VATSIM member and you enjoy general aviation flying, similar to what I was doing tonight, please join us. We always want more members to join in on the Virtual USA Flying Club. Join us for our events. We do 4 to 6 events a month. Our next one's coming up Thursday, June 29th is our next event. Got a slight break for the FS Expo in terms of our events, but we got hopefully a big event coming up in July that I'm still waiting to hear back on VATSIM for a waiver. We requested a waiver for a special event, but I can't say anything more than that, other than we're still waiting, it's still pending, and I hope it can happen on the... I guess that would be the second Saturday of July, but we'll wait and see how that kind of plays out. But, alright, I've talked about the Flying Club. Let's go ahead over to my buddy Michael Minook. He's in his home-built Cessna. He's a great dude. Give him some love. Let's get that set up. Thank you guys for coming in today. Have a great night. Stay safe as always. Let me start this, this raid here. There we go. See you.